Hello everyone, my name is Crystal, and for my final project, I got to explore a part of the Alexander Street database, a collection called the American Civil War Letters and Diaries. I also was able to create a LibGuide that will hopefully help fellow searchers and researchers alike. So let's get started and first talk about what the American Civil War Letters and Diaries collection is all about. So what is it? Like I stated, as part of the Alexander Street database, the American Civil War Letters and Diaries boasts nearly 100,000 pages of primary sources written during and after this historical event. With nearly 2,000, with over 2,000 authors, the collection contains books, diaries, memoirs, autobiographies, and letters. It has been meticulously transcribed and indexed, and according to Alexander Street database, the collection can be searched more thoroughly than ever. So when thinking who could benefit from this collection, I figured anyone really, especially those interested in American history, particularly the Civil War. But when creating my final project, the LibGuide in particular, I decided to gear it more towards amateur sleuths or researchers just trying to understand this complex time in our nation's history, and even self-proclaimed genealogists digging for familial connections during the Civil War, because it's really a wonderful resource once you look into it. As I continued to dive into this collection, I realized that there are some great features and it's fairly user intuitive. And I also realized that it would be a great resource for high school students and college students alike because it is an excellent resource for primary sources. Now, a little bit more about my LibGuide. So once I had pinpointed my audience, I realized that they may not have an advanced researcher's background like ourselves. So I created something that was brief but also thorough to help users easily navigate, understand, and effectively search the Letters and Diaries collection. My LibGuide has detailed instructions for both simple and advanced search strategies, and it also points out some subtle nuances that the collection's interface has to help avoid any type of user confusion. So as far as testing or the test phase of the collection and diving into the collection itself, at first I felt it was fairly intuitive and user-friendly. I didn't have any problems or didn't feel like I had problems navigating the collection or searching. I kind of just browsed. There was a browsing option. So I went through there and was able to discover various resources and features that I liked. I then proceeded to the database's help page, and that really opened my eyes and helped me to understand the database or the collection or how the database worked a lot better. It pointed out how to effectively search within the collection and also pointed out key features. Thankfully, it pointed out also some known issues within the database itself. One of the bigger ones was not supporting the Boolean operators or and not, which I found interesting. There were also other nuances that I found on my own without the help page, and also they didn't list it. So I kind of went and both tried the simple search box as well as advanced search options, and found that you could do full text searching. Phrase searching using quotation marks was also supported. I noticed in the browsing option that some of the subjects in which you could browse, like the one you see here, browsing historical events, does not list only what's in the Civil War Letters and Diaries collection, but it lists all events within the entire database. So you kind of have to be careful when browsing and also searching and navigating. I noticed that the search box in the top right-hand corner would search the entire collection. The entire database rather than the Civil War letters and diaries collection itself. So there was these nuances that I kind of had to find through trial and error. And through my LibGuide, I was able to not only point those out, but suggest and give tips on how users could avoid these mistakes that I was making and avoid any confusion, like I said. But once I got over the learning curve, there was some great features that I noticed and appreciated when navigating and searching within the collection. I did really love the browsing option, especially for those users who may not have a particular query or are still building theirs. They can go in and, explore. The ability to search within a document or research was great as well. Filters and facets, which again, I explore more in my LibGuide, was also great in refining results. And the list of selected or indexed terms within the advanced search option also are great at eliminating trial and error when searching. But yeah, so I did enjoy my time exploring the Civil War letters and diaries collection. You can access that through the SJSU MLK library database if you want to go ahead and look for yourself. And if you want to learn more or see my LibGuide, you can just follow that link there. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned a little, and any feedback on my LibGuide would be much appreciated. Thank you so much.